Equidistant between Muscat and Dubai is the northern port city of Sohar. It's a great weekend getaway if you want a change of scenery but do not want to go anywhere too remote. My friend Karen divides her time between the US and Oman, normally spending most of her time in Oman, but is now shifting to spending more time in the US. As a result, she lets out her flat on Airbnb while she's away. I convinced her to let me do a flat tour so she can show prospective guests what it would be like to live like a local in Sohar. In this video, I'm more focused on the flat, but I'll do another video that showcases Sohar more, so look out for that one as well. This flat is located along the popular Corniche at the intersection of Al-Hajra Street. Here you can see the building and parking right in front, right next to this kebab shop. There are two doors when you park and you enter through the one on the right. You take the lift to the third floor and then you just walk down the hall until you get to flat number 32. Coming inside, you enter into the living area. There's a couch that actually will fold out into a bed as well in the evening if you need it. Then you have the kitchen here. There is a 4-burner cooker, a double sink, and a microwave and a washing machine. I should mention the refrigerator is actually in the living area right behind the screen. Then coming down the hall, the next room is the bathroom. It's a good sized bathroom. It has a separate shower. In many bathrooms in Oman, you'll find that there is no glass separation, so it's kind of a wet bath, but this one is a normal shower. Then we come into the main bedroom, and this is kind of the showstopper of this apartment. You've got a really nice view down to the beach. You're literally right on the Corniche, so you can see the road right in front. You'll see a little bit later that can be a plus or a minus depending on the time of day, but in most cases it's a plus. And then this is the main bedroom. Obviously, like I said before, you can sleep 2 on the sofa, so the apartment sleeps 4. Now this large straw, it kind of looks like a giant hat, is sort of like a placemat that Omanis use when they're having communal dinners. They put it down and then they put the food on top, and everyone just eats off of that mat. Now, what I was mentioning before is that it's along the Corniche, which is popular, so that also means that in the evenings it gets busy. The plus, there are restaurants down there. I just went downstairs and ate at a Lebanese place for dinner that night. There are coffee shops down there as well. There's a florist. So there are several businesses along the Corniche that come alive at night. At the moment, it actually wasn't that busy right now, but it does get busier. You will see when it's in full flight, there'll be cars coming and going in both directions. So there was activity, but it wasn't the normal level of busyness and traffic that I've seen before. This also raises another point in that when you park, the car park also kind of extends into being sort of an outdoor seating area for some of these tables that you're seeing. So you might have trouble coming and going in the evenings. So ideally, I would park, eat somewhere local, and not have to move the car, because otherwise I might find that there are tables where other cars parked where I'm trying to get back in. Just a tip to think about. So a bit of a hangout spot where people come to meet up. This is filmed in September 2020, so there's still the pandemic happening, and there are restrictions around what people are allowed to do. So I think that's the reason why it's not as busy as it normally would be. Also, the temperature is actually not too bad right now. I think in the winter it's probably it's obviously much cooler, so probably more people also come out in the winter versus summer. One common feature of eating out in Oman is not actually leaving your car. So for many restaurants, people pull up in front, toot their horn, and then the waitstaff come out and take your order, kind of like an old style drive-in. Take your order and then bring it to you in your car, and you drive away. So staying in this flat, which is above all these restaurants, you will also have cars pulling up, tooting their horn, and getting service. So, if you're a very light sleeper and you like to go to bed early, that could disturb you. But for me, it wasn't a problem. It didn't disturb me at all. The benefit to being on the Corniche, you really can appreciate in the morning when you get some stunning views. So after sunrise, it was time to go swimming. So if you come down the lift and exit the car park, you just walk right across the street, and there is a underpass that you can slip under and get to the beach. It's literally about a 1-minute walk to the beach if you walk really slowly. If you didn't want to go under the roadway and just wanted to walk around to the beach, you'd probably have to go maybe about a mile down the road in order to get an access to the beach. So with the idea of either walking a mile or ducking under, I duck under. So here's the beach. This is September. The water is warm, very refreshing. Feels great to come out for a morning swim. It's actually pretty clear. You can see right down to the bottom. And at least on this day, the waves were pretty gentle, but it was really nice to get into the water. So not too bad. That's the building right there where the apartment is, and that yellow sign is the Lebanese restaurant where I had dinner last night. And then way down there, I'm just kind of zooming in a bit, is the fish market, and there's some cafes down there. It's probably about 1 or 2 kilometers, somewhere in between. Now, when I got back from my swim, took a shower, and then had breakfast in bed. There's a cafe downstairs called Robusta, and they will do delivery right to your door, so you don't even have to go. You can order it and have it delivered right to the room. I had a lemon mint juice, which is very common in the Middle East, and some coffee and some cakes to go with it. Now here's a view of the back side of the building, with the front being obviously the Corniche and the beach. Just so you can have a little bit of an idea of what the neighborhood feels like. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to a 1-bedroom apartment in Sohar. And if you do come to Oman, you think about exploring Sohar as well.